Yo, yo, yo. What is good, everyone? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I can already assume this is going to be a fantastic day because today we got a new chapter of One Piece, which means it's already going to be amazing. Already. Hope everyone is doing well. Right now, what I'm hoping, like wholly and truly, is that we're on Elbaf. That's what I'm hoping for. It's been a while since I feel like we have, been in such a state of disarray, with Egghead having some absolutely fantastic moments where we're going all around the world and stuff. And don't get me wrong, we could still be going around the world. That would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. But for me, all I want in the world right now is to be an Elbaf, because that would just mean like we're truly in not just a new era of One Piece, but like we're taking our first step into like the end game. Not that Egghead wasn't, but hey, it's something that I've just been waiting for forever. My goats are gonna get their time in the spotlight. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So with that, those are my general hopes, but for what I'm speculating, I see that the chapter here is called Adventure in the Land of Mystery, which is obviously kind of vague. I'm really hoping, I'm really hoping it's Elbaf. I'm really trying to keep a guys, we're finally here, but I'm also like, please don't be another what's going on, where are we scenario like Egghead. But to be fair, when we did get to Egghead, it was great, and it's what I consider one of the best arcs in the series, so I'm in a bit of a conflicted situation, I guess. But regardless, Final Saga Oda, he's a different being. He's a different being. So I can only assume it's going to be amazing. And we'll get something great, regardless of if we're on Elbaf or not. But again, fingers crossed for being on Elbaf. This is all I want. This is all I want. But here we go. One Piece, chapter 1127, Adventure in the Land of Mystery. And we got, continuing the Yamato cover story. Pretty cool. We have Inuarashi here, which is pretty cool. He's got a sword leg, but now it's covered with a little sheath. That's pretty awesome. He's now the daimyo of Kuri, and he grows concerned after the disappearances, which is the women, the carpenter guy. So clearly Oda's trying to set up this whole, mystery more and more. I mentioned this in the last one again. Pluton stuff probably. Big Mom and Kaido stuff probably. That's just what I'm thinking. I feel like that just makes the most sense. So I'm just hoping that is the case. I like Yamato right here, looking all funny with the puffed up cheeks. I like this. All right, but let's go. Let's go. We're here, Elbaf. Please. Please. Oh, we're on Elbaf. Okay, first chapter in, my expectations are good. I'm happy now. We are on Elbaf. This is all I wanted. We're actually here. Nice. Hooray. Hooray. Giant confusion. And if you didn't even get the seal of approval, giant is in the title of the thing. Awesome. There's a fire. Get some spring water and put it out. Hey, do you all smell that aroma? And so the houses are Lego houses. That's super wild. That's really cool. I wonder why they have Lego houses now. That's pretty strange, but I like it. This is so bizarre that they just have Lego. They have Lego trees. That's so interesting. I wonder why. But yeah, okay, so Elbaf, we've switched from the old Viking looking houses to Legos, and I wonder if that has something to do with Loki being in charge. Maybe that has something to do with it, because obviously when we were first introduced to Loki, he was the prince of Elbaf. If he's now the king of Elbaf, maybe he's made some crazy changes, because I don't think we've seen present day Elbaf since no, we saw it with Shanks. Okay, so that doesn't necessarily line up, but still, maybe there's some places that are more under Loki's control to have to look like this. Maybe he made them? Who knows? Sorry, I'm just speculating, but I don't know. I'm enjoying this, the Lego being Elbaf. I'm happy. Is it coming from the forest? If the flames spread to Yggdrasil, then the country's done for. Okay, so that was just a huge confirm right there. This Yggdrasil theory has been a thing for such a long time. The world tree, the giant tree on Elbaf, it is Yggdrasil. Okay, cool. Then the country's done for. We need to report this to the great sun god. That's very strange as well. I wonder why that's the case. Something's wrong with this. What could have happened to these stinger mole? Stinger mole, I guess, are giant bees. They don't just fall out of the sky. Oh, they look really weird. They look like frozen. Not like frozen, but like they like froze, you know? Interesting. They don't just fall out of the sky. People in the forest reported that the tremors we felt earlier were caused when the mighty ear god collapsed. Don't be stupid. What could hurt that enormous rabbit? The ear god? What is going on? What is going on? The ear god? This is crazy. Okay. Big Stein Castle. Big Stein Castle. Okay. Big Stein Castle. So this must be... This is so insane that it's just like a Lego castle. Why? Why Legos? It's just, I can't even fathom that. It's so interesting. This is probably Nami screaming because I see a bunch of electricity coming out. It's still alive! What is it with this huge bee thing? Morning, Nami. Say, where are we? So Zeus is chilling here. No idea. Last thing I knew, we were still on the giant ship. Somebody save me. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. I'll even take Usopp. That's awesome. What's up with me? I don't even remember changing. Am I dreaming? Where is this place? Is this some kind of castle? Okay, there's something in the distance here. I'm trying to see what it is. There's something in the background there. Someone screams, Nami! Usopp's voice? Nami trips on some of the Lego piece blocks. Youch! What's with this floor? It's all bumpy. Oh, there's this cute little bear. This cute little bear fella. Actually, no, it might not even be a bear. It kind of looks like a... I don't even know. Maybe it's like a hedgehog or like a porcupine. Something small, but it's big. Nami is then terrified. It's huge. Oh, it is a... I think it is a porcupine, I guess. Because it's all spiky. Is it? I don't know. I don't know if it is. Shriek. Oh, yeah, so the animal's all... Oh, so the animal is like a electric porcupine, I guess. Wait a minute, I didn't mean to startle you. Usopp, where are you? Over here. Save me. And he's getting attacked by this like cat king kind of looking monster. What are you doing there? Another monster? Oh, I've got my own problems. What is this, a monster manor? And so this, I think it does have to be like a porcupine creature. Trying to shock and go at Nami. Zeus fuses with her climb attack. Zeus, extend. Leave it to me. And then it extends, so it pushes her backwards. Probably back to where Usopp is. I'm gonna fall. Just zap it. Oh, it definitely just zapped it. It's getting annihilated right now. Nami falls up to the cat creature, the porcupine. The porcupine, which is still electric, shocks the cat as well. This is crazy. I can't even imagine what this is going to look like animated. It's so, like, the antics are so insane. What? I've got a bad feeling. Ditto. Usopp looking absolutely dapper right now with this luscious beard he has. And a Viking hat. Hey Usopp, do you know anything about this place? I remember us drinking on the giant ship. Next thing you know, next thing I know, I'm here with you. And the cat is now chasing after them still. The cat is pissed off. The cat is pissed. Wait, that booze. Didn't he say it could cause hallucinations? Because they were drinking absinthe. And now they are at the edge of the Lego castle. It's a dead end. Oh man, we're so high up. There's a chance this is a hallucination, right, Nami? Then I might be seeing a cat monster, but turn. It's probably just an illusion. And Usopp gets absolutely bodied by this cat. This is an amazing panel. This is an amazing panel. Oh, I love this. I also love how the cat is like going out of the panel itself, like it clawed the edge of the panel. That's really cool. That's really, really interesting. I love that. Usopp, and then the castle's gone. The castle is just straight up gone. They're falling out of the castle. Usopp. Okay, so Usopp is falling down. Oh, Nami is too. I guess they both fell? Okay, they both fell. And now there is a lion. There's just a lion, which is way bigger than the castle. It suddenly turned into a lion. We're doomed. Oh, the cat, oh, this is the cat. Snap out of it, Usopp. We're gonna die. I am not a shield. And so Nami's pulled up Usopp to the lion. We hear Nami-san, so that's definitely Sanji coming in to save the day. Let's see who it is, though. I sentence you to death for making my beloved cry. Ifrit Janbei, and it's not just Sanji, it's Luffy and Zoro. Oh. Gear Force, Gum Gum Elephant, Three Sword Style, Kala Sutra Great Dragon. Oh, this lion is cooked. All three of them are going together. Oh, absolutely dead. Absolutely. Yeah, no. The lion is done. I really enjoy that Sanji went after the crown on the lion. I like to think that's some of his baggage coming out. I love that. But yeah, no, they absolutely bodied him. Oh, no, what? Oh. It actually was the cat that changed it to the lion. That's really, I didn't expect that. Nami's doing the eye popping out face. We got a double page spread. We got another double page spread. Let me correct that. Sanji looks cold. Luffy looks cold. Zoro, I can't tell his fit yet. Let's see the fits. Let's see the fits. Did it just turn into a cat? I wonder how this guy will taste. That's awesome. That rabbit we grilled up earlier sure was tasty. She. Nami, I was really worried. I was so scared when Usopp died, Sanji. I'm still alive. And you're gonna have to pay for that human shield stunt. Not again. Oh, so there's a weird noise. Okay, there's a weird noise. There's a weird noise going on here. Brah. Now what would that noise be? Maybe... No, I highly doubt it's that porcupine thing again. Especially after this lion thing. How did it turn into a lion? I'm really curious how that pans out. How did it turn into a lion? I really I can't think of that. Alright, double page spread again. Brah, not again. Sounds like there might even be bigger... sounds like there might be even bigger ones around. If they look good, I'll get us some. Let's prioritize finding the sea and our ship. We need to establish the crew's safety. If you're going after food, don't forget that bee battalion and their hive. It'd be a shame to waste them since they're so nutritious. How are you guys taking this place in stride? Where the hell are we anyway? Into the unknown. Cover and color spread upon return. Okay, so they don't even know they're on Elbaf, which is even crazier. Because they definitely are. They're wearing all these Elbaf fits. There were giants earlier that they didn't see. It has to be Elbaf. So this is cool. I have so many questions. Why are the animals shape-shifting into, like, completely unknown things? Like, a cat turning into a lion in, like, a second? That's impossible, seemingly. Unless this place, like, my instant impression is that this has to be something along the lines of Long Ring Longland, where animals can, like, shape-shift into being other things. Where they're like, oh, the dog is now the dog because it's so long. Or, like, the horse, or etc., etc. All these things, you know, because they're so free. And now we know with context that the sun god is what allows people to be free, allows people to do stuff. And if these guys believe in the sun god so much, maybe it's just inherent to where they live. That's just what I'm thinking of immediately. I'm really interested how that's the case. Maybe that's why... See, like, now I'm thinking, maybe that's why they chose to, like, change their architecture style to, like, Legos. Maybe the buildings themselves were changing because of the lands, but the Legos, for some reason, don't change. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I saw one theory that the Legos could be, like, Wapo metal, because Wapo used to make toys. That's interesting to me as well. Right now, I really enjoyed this chapter. Obviously, this is a huge setup chapter. Huge. I love seeing Nami and Usopp. You know, love these two. Love seeing them do stuff. I like how we got the, you know, it's obvious. Oda's done this so many times. The weakling, either duo or trio, to, you know, the monster trio type stuff. And we saw it right here very, very obviously. We haven't seen Chopper, though. I wonder where Chopper is. I'm thinking maybe because Chopper's an animal, he was taken somewhere separately. Could easily imagine that being the case. Maybe to Loki himself. I feel like Loki, for some reason... I'm just being speculative here. I'm assuming these animals are all Lokis. I'm just assuming that. Because it's in a castle. Obviously, Loki is either the prince or the king of Elbaf at this point. Castle, king, duh. All the animals were wearing, like, not this porcupine thing, but the cat was wearing a crown. So maybe that's Loki's cat. I don't know. That's just, again, pure speculation, but I like the idea. Obviously, Legos have a very kiddish undertone, so Loki, when we were introduced to them, they were like a teenager, so again, I'm getting that vibe. But I kind of like the idea of it being an unchanging thing more, because if animals are just able to, like, completely shapeshift into, you know, completely unknown things, like a cat turning into a lion, that's unbelievable. That's literally unbelievable. So having it be where these are made out of, like, the Wapo metal strong stuff, I actually really like that idea more. Because a cat turning into a lion in seconds is the most not the most. It's one of the most unbelievable things we've seen in the story. Where it's just like, oh, that could just happen. And if that can happen, what can happen with everything else here? Excuse me. Right now, what I'm really trying to focus in on is the potential of what's to come. Because there's obviously a lot. There's obviously a lot of potential. Like, this arc is going to be insanely huge. And I'm just trying to think, okay, all these little things that Oda's setting up here, it has to do with something. It has to. And he did this very well in Egghead. You know, he perfectly, like, summarized all the stuff in the last few chapters. You know, great bookend. So I'm trying to think, how exactly is Oda going to bookend a lot of this stuff? Or what is he setting up in the first place? Because with an arc that's been so built up as this, there's definitely going to be something new, which he already revealed. He already revealed some pretty new stuff that, you know, has been theorized for a long time. But, I don't know, there's still more to it. Like, Yggdrasil being revealed as the tree, that's huge. That's so huge. And I'm really curious then where the Atom Tree is. Because we know where the Sun Tree Eve is. We don't know where the Atom Tree is, though. Unless Yggdrasil is just what they call the Atom Tree, which could still be the case. The Atom Tree could be... No, that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. I was going to say the Sun Tree could be... Not the Sun Tree. The Atom Tree could be at Marie Joie, but I highly doubt that. If it was at Marie Joie, no one would be able to make... the Oro Jackson would have never been created, ever. So this could be the Atom Tree still. Just again, pure speculating there. Could be. I'm really curious why the Legos. I really like the idea I mentioned earlier about some places following Loki's orders, some not following Loki's orders. That goes into the whole idea of Loki not liking Shanks, which I really enjoy that idea. Because, like, this is... It's kind of like what I was saying with Loki not representing what Elbaf is really meant to be. Like, if Loki's the person in charge for making Elbaf look like Legoland or something, that's not Elbaf. That's not what any of us expected Elbaf to be. And it's true. This is a huge, like, what? And I think it's really shown with what Nami says right here at the end. Where the hell are we anyway? The fact that we are literally seeing these, like, things we've seen from Elbaf for such a long time, like the tree, but then they're in Legoland. They're like, where are we? You know, they would assume from their outfits, from this tree, from the animals. I feel like it would have been an instant, oh, we're in Elbaf, especially because they were heading there in the first place. But because of all the Legos and stuff, they're like thrown off. They're like, what's going on? Where are we? So I'm kind of liking this idea of Loki sets up this Lego stuff. For why? We don't know. He does it for some reason. Some people like it, some people don't like it. Great example of like a generational gap in like a culture. You know, some people like the change, some people don't like the change. Some people just do the change anyway because he's the king or a royal person. We don't know exactly what he is at this point. And it could be for multiple reasons. It could just be for the strength stuff, if it's the Wapol Metal Lego stuff. It could be for just because he likes them. It could be something as simple as that. He wants to change Elbaf's image from the barbarian lands, you know, which is something we've seen before with Saul when he talked to Robin, and Saul's in this arc. When Saul said, you know, he's a giant, but he's not from Elbaf. Not all people who are giants are from Elbaf. Not all giants are like barbarians, essentially. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking right now. Sorry, I'm just thinking very heavily about a lot of this stuff. I'm really leaning towards the Shanks, Loki not liking each other. Well, no, Shanks probably doesn't even care about Loki whatsoever. Loki doesn't like Shanks because Shanks is more of a Elbaf warrior than Loki ever will be or is, and he's from Elbaf, you know? I feel like it's a very interesting perspective we don't get often in One Piece. Like oh, you're not even this. Why do you get more than me? You know, stuff like that. And it kind of ties into like the found family vibes, and I like that. 162, chapter 162. All right, let me see. All right, chapter 162. Check the digitally colored ones. Adventure in the Country of Sand. You said at the bottom of 162? Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Yeah, I already can tell what you're trying to say. It's the Luffy Zoro Sanji 3 attack on the monster. There are definitely noticeable people missing here, though. You know, like Chopper and another important someone. Who could that be? Who could that other important someone be? I wonder. I wonder if she'll appear. I wonder if we're getting direct imagery of this person because they'll appear. I wonder. I wonder. Chopper on the chopping block. You know what? Maybe. Maybe. They might try and eat him. I don't think that's unlikely. The atom tree is actually the atom tree. Calling back to the atom. Mu. So like atom. Yeah. Mother Flame. I don't necessarily believe that, because Frankie said the Oro Jackson was made from wood from the atom tree, so I don't believe that. But that is interesting. I don't know. I feel like it's difficult for me to buy that the atom tree isn't an actual tree because of what Roger said, what Tom said, you know, the fact that we know, you know, it could be a lie. It could be. But the fact that Oda has stated in the story that the Oro Jackson was made from the atom tree, I feel like it has to be a tree. Because what else would it be made of? You know, that's all I can think of. And again, it may be the Elbaf tree. It may not be the Elbaf tree. But I think it's a tree. I think it's a tree. It's really that simple. Hold on, I'm just turning this light up a bit. That's what I'm thinking, at least, you know. I feel like it's got to be a tree. And at the simplest terms. Why is this not lighting up more? I don't know. I don't know why it's not lighting up. Let's do it this way. There we go. Alright, cool. Oh, nope, the line is there. Awesome. I hate these stupid sun lines. I'm trying to get rid of them more and more. They're very annoying. They're very annoying. Let me just do the white screen thing so I can light my face up a bit. Oh, that's better. Alright, cool. 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 Alright, boom. Alright, my face is more lit up. The page of killing the Sandora dragon is nearly identical. No, it definitely would. It definitely is. It definitely is. With the head pose and everything. The head being, like, to the side. The lion roaring in the bottom right. The lion roaring in the bottom right is obviously different, but outside of that, it's incredibly similar. Incredibly similar. And again, I definitely think this is intentional, because I think we're all believing Vivi is going to come back soon, since they divided the original 6 that traveled with Vivi and the 4 that did not travel with Vivi. I think that is a very purposeful thing that Oda did. So I feel like Vivi coming back is pretty much inevitable, which is awesome, because this will be insane when she returns. Let me see what else is in the chat. For some reason it's not letting me see. No, I meant the atom tree is the atom tree, and that atoms make up life and trees give us the oxygen. So wait, I'm confused. Do you think the atom tree is like, do you mean it's still a tree, right? But it's just not called Adam, it's called atom? Is that what you're saying? Because if that, I'm like, that's fine. That's fine. I don't necessarily disagree. But I'm more like, why? I guess than anything. That's what I'm more thinking. I don't know. I feel like it would be kind of strange. Like, you don't need to do that. Because, I don't know. I don't see the vision. Because Adam and Eve, it's like, duh. It's Adam and Eve, you know? We already know it's the Sun Tree Eve. So, I don't know. Maybe that's just me being like a bit... Why? You know? Okay, you still think it's a tree. That's good, then. Because if it wasn't a... If it wasn't a tree, I would be like... Imagine it's someone's imagination or hockey that's making it Legos. It'd be cool if you could hallucinate Laugh Tale. That's why nobody find. See that? Interesting. 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 Like Laugh Tale is a state of mind. Something like that. That's interesting. Don't know how I feel about it 100%, but I kind of like that idea. Because it's like it. I'm trying to think of how I would word that, because obviously the whole thing is like you need the 4 poneglyphs to get to Laugh Tale. That's how you get there, and it's like you could do all that, but you might get there and you might not, you know, get like what you see. So maybe what you're kind of getting at is similar to what I'm thinking. Like only people who actually are worthy of sitting with. Police are coming. Only people who are worthy of sort of being the king of the pirates, being something, you know, like Roger, or maybe not even like Roger. Maybe someone that's just they see the vision, they see what the One Piece is, they see all that. But when they get there and they see something that's not what they expected, they just go insane. They're like, "Oh, what even is this? What even is this? Where even are we?" So I like that idea a bit. It's all about perspective. Laugh Tale is only Laugh Tale as Luffy envisions it. The treasure only ends up being able to be accessed because the island looks like Luffy's imagination. I like that, you know, because Laugh Tale could probably be like a rock with like a stick on it, but it doesn't matter if it's a rock with a stick on it. It is the last island. It is that place, you know? And I think that's why, like, whenever Oda shows us that place or has ever alluded to it, it's pretty much nothing. Because it's all about the build-up, the anticipation. And if we anticipate it and it's a piece of crap, it would be pretty funny. You know, that would probably make Roger laugh. If it's just like, yep, it's this. Which is why a lot of people obviously speculate that it's kind of like Gaimon's Island. It's just like, yep, that's it. It's got weird animals. That's all you need, really. So, I don't know. I like that. And Blackbeard's going to get there. He's going to hate it. You know how Blackbeard is. Always a downer. But yeah. I am so happy we're on Elbaf. I am so happy we're on Elbaf. It is crazy. I'm really looking forward to this panel of Usopp and Nami. Is so funny. Oh my god. It's probably just an illusion that he insta dies. I really enjoyed the setup with Nami and Usopp. I miss seeing them go on their antics. It reminds me of like Thriller Bark, where they're like losing their minds. So I love that. One thing I'm kind of hoping for is more of that, but I mean, they're already with the other 3, so probably not going to be as intense. Probably not. But yeah, right now, I am excited. I'm very, very excited. We do have a break next week, which is tragic. Oh, what is this? Thoughts on the ear god. Thoughts on what the ear god being eaten will mean. The ear god was eaten. When the mighty ear god collapsed. Yeah, the bunny goes eaten. I guess. We could assume it was eaten. Did Luffy eat it? Probably. That is such a Luffy thing to do. Eat a god. Because Luffy is insane. So Luffy ate a rabbit. Did he? Oh, is he eating it at the... No. I thought he was eating it at the end. Oh! The rabbit we grilled up earlier was sure tasty. So he did eat it. I zoned out on that being the same. So that's fun. So Luffy did eat it. Yep, that's perfect. There's a fire. Do you smell that aroma? The aroma was the rabbit being cooked. Oh, and the bees were getting probably smoked or something by Nami. Yeah, they're getting shocked. There we go. Okay, it all tracks. Thoughts on what the ear god being defeated will mean. Well, I guess, yeah, eaten. There you go. It was eaten. Yeah, no. I think that'll be a fun time. Maybe it's Loki's pet. Maybe it's Loki's pet. You know, I could definitely believe that. Now, what I'm really curious about, like really, really curious about, is this panel here. We need to report this to the Great Sun God. Who is their Great Sun God? Who is that? What would be insane, because obviously this is giving me some Skypiea vibes. You know, we have to report this to God. This is the ultimate Enel is here moment. Maybe Enel learned about the Sun God on the moon, took that title for himself. Could easily see that being the case. Him, you know, resting on his laurels again. I would kind of like that. That's what I'm thinking, at least. But is it Enel? Is it, though? I'm not sure. But I like that idea, regardless. The whole Sun God. Like, who is the Great Sun God? Because we know these guys think Luffy's the Sun God. I mean, they know he is. Who's this other Sun God? That's very interesting to me. Could be Enel. Could be Loki, using it as a title for himself to make himself feel more important. Who knows? Who knows? But with that, I mean, that's pretty much all I've got. I just really wanted to read... Oh, the Shasu far away. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Appreciate you for the sub. And speaking of, we are less than 50 subs away from hitting 10,000. Any support would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, any support would be greatly appreciated. My take is that Loki is impersonating Luffy. Loki is wearing a giant Sogeking mask and deceiving giants into believing he's Nika or Sogeking. Now that would be crazy. That would be crazy because, you know, obviously outside of Luffy being the Sun God, these guys are going to want to see God Usopp. I am sold on that. They're going to want to see God Usopp. He saved Hyrule. He's a legend to the giants. Could be Pandora, the homie that Mother Carmel created. That'd be crazy. I like the Pandora idea a lot. Far away. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right once again. I really like that idea. Because Pandora was the first homie we saw in the story. Well, chronologically, obviously. So I like that idea a lot. Because that was what they saw as like, oh, the Sun God. Sun God is alive. And, alright, let's just get crazy right now. Let's just say Big Mom is alive. I've been believing this the whole time. Big Mom is not dead. That would be the greatest way for her to get closure with the Mother Carmel stuff. Because Pandora was obviously created using Mother Carmel's soul, you know? So if, you know, Big Mom is able to get closure with this Mother Carmel plotline and Elbaf plotline at the exact same time, like, she's done. She has no other relevance in the story. And maybe, that closure is what she'll need to decide where she's going to be at the rest of the end game. You know, is she going to side with Luffy? Is she going to do her own thing? Is she going to work with Kaido? You know, a lot of potential there. Or is she just not going to fight at all and just live on Elbaf? You know. The mask in the film, the mask was Loki's mask. Okay. And Oda's a film nut. Oda is a film nut. We know this. Loki's shape-shifting powers. Loki does shapeshift. I like this idea. I like this idea. If Loki has like a shape-shifting fruit, that would be very interesting. Very interesting. And that would, I think, say a lot about his character. With him not being as confident as an Elbaf person, he has to disguise himself to be something that they accept. That's interesting. That's interesting to me. Alright. Music is still good. Awesome. Just want to make sure. Big Mom after revenge against Luffy might lead to a civil war in Elbaf. Potentially Ragnarok. Oh, the Ragnarok stuff I'm sold on. I think the Ragnarok plotline has to happen. This will be the instigation to the final war, which is the Ragnarok stuff, to me. Because the Ragnarok is supposed to be the war that ends the world, right? That's what the final war pretty much is. You know, even though the One Piece stuff, you know, with like Blackbeard and Luffy, I think is going to happen after Emu. Emu is the king of the world. Whoever defeats him, once he's gone, the world has changed forever. Like the world has ended, you know, which is fitting. It's called the world government. You know, it's over. It is over the second that he's out of there. And then it's actually like, oh, okay, now whoever wins this, you don't just become the king of the pirates. You are basically the leader of the world, you know? So, no, I've always believed in the Ragnarok idea. I actually made a video about it a while ago. I think I made it like 2 years ago. I think. Let me check. No, 1 year ago. Wow. Wow, that aged like milk. But yeah, no, I enjoyed making that video. I talked about how I thought Elbaf would have been an arc that solely focused on, what's it called? It would have been an arc that focused on the will of like a Zoan fruit and the will of a person sort of fighting for control. Which may or may not happen. I'm not entirely sure at this point, but I always thought that concept was kind of interesting. Let me just get this. For some reason, went to the other screen. Yeah, I thought that concept was interesting, and I still think it could happen. But the main point was that it was going to be a war arc, and then when they started calling it the War Land in this Egghead, I was like, oh yeah, it's time. It's time. Ragnarok started with the beginning of the final saga. Ragnarok is said to start with the appearance of Thimblewinter, and entering Egghead, it was snowy as heck. That is very true. It was very snowy in Egghead. Well, on the way there, it was. Curious what that is. Thimblewinter. Period of 3 consecutive harsh winters that precedes the end of the world. Okay. Idea. Okay, so we saw it snow one time in Egghead, right? If it snows again, then this is big. This is big. I really like this idea. If we see it snow a second time in Elbaf, huge. To me, it's about what it means to be a god or what it means to be a pirate king. Who out of all of them will find the One Piece? Yeah. I'm gonna scrap the god part of that, because the god part, Luffy doesn't want to be the sun god. He probably doesn't care about the sun god stuff at all. And Emu and all the Celestial Dragons gave themselves that title. I don't think it's about being like a god by any means, because anyone can if they're in charge. Anyone can be that. and anyone can be that if the title is given to them, like God Usopp, or even Luffy. You know, they don't care. They don't care about these titles, and they probably would be annoyed if they were given like such positions of authority. All the people who have been called gods in the story have either been given that title or have used that title to belittle and abuse others. So I don't think it's going to be about God stuff at all. I think it's about like freedom, you know, pushing to do your own thing, and it's about not godliness, but it's about like it's hard to I guess like more strength of like one's will and like how you choose to interact with others. And I think a great example of this is obviously like Blackbeard and Luffy, because Blackbeard, you know, his whole crew, they could be dead in seconds and he wouldn't even care. He wouldn't bat an eye probably. He'd be annoyed because he's like, oh no, I needed them to do this thing, but he doesn't care about who they are at all. Luffy genuinely cares about each person in his group. And Emu doesn't give up, doesn't care, clearly doesn't care. I'm only listing those three because obviously Shanks and Buggy, you know, they're important, but they're not like the main three that are like the parapet of like, this is the theme of the story kind of stuff. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking when it comes to like what the final war is going to be like themed around. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, overall, banger chapter. Banger chapter. Why does it keep going to the wrong screen? Really like that we got the Yggdrasil drop. That's obviously been a huge theory for a while, so I'm very happy about that. I think that'll be something very big in the future. Because obviously Yggdrasil, you know what that means? There's 9 realms of Elbaf. Possibly. Possibly 9 realms of Elbaf. Do we have underground Elbaf? Sky Islands in Elbaf? Who knows? Who knows? Those are my just thoughts at the moment. I will say though, I am going to probably end the stream relatively soon. I'm just checking right now if I can do a redirect. There's probably a ton of people reacting right now because the chapter is pretty big. Let's redirect to Volume 1. Let's redirect to that. I appreciate you all for watching me react, ramble. You know how it is. You know how it is. One Piece is a big series. You got a lot of people you can watch on the days that people do reactions, so I appreciate a lot that you chose to chat, comment, whatever, hear me ramble like an insane person, especially when there are a bajillion people who are into One Piece, so that means a lot. There's a break next week, so there won't be a chapter, but I do definitely want to do something. Because now that we know this is Elbaf, I want to do like an Elbaf bingo board expectation thing. I think that'll be really fun. I want to do that. You know, kind of like place bets. So like, okay, this will happen. This will happen. Sounds fun. And it's a cool way to get the community involved. You know, see what people are expecting from the arc. Stuff like that, you know. So, with that, that's going to be it from me. Hope you enjoyed. We're in Elbaf. We're finally here. We are finally in Elbaf. I am very happy about that. And we might see Vivi, and we might see Hyrudine. Cool. We might see all these cool characters. I love that Pandora idea. That's really cool. The Pandora idea. But yeah, no, a lot of it, hopes, expectations. For this arc, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in the coming weeks and months, and you know, we'll probably be out of Elbaf in 2027. That's kind of crazy to think about, because I think this will be a long arc. I think it will. We just started Elbaf. It's 2024. We're definitely all of 2025. We're in Elbaf. That's unquestionable to me. 2026, you know, we might get out of Elbaf. We might, but I doubt it. So you know what? That's for the bingo board. I'll do that. Elbaf ends in 2027. That'll be like one of my spaces. I'll have to write that down for later. Let me do that. Let me write that down really quickly. Okay. There we go. There we go. That'll be one of the spaces. But yeah. That'll be it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care.